Hello. Happy Sunday. Whatever. It's just hair, right? About ready to get my head completely shaved and just be done with it until it's about, I don't know, 70 degrees, and then I'll start growing it back. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Shave my head. Did I already say happy Sunday? I don't know. If I didn't, happy Sunday. Anyway, so last night I went and had dinner with my bestie Kim. Kim and I met, I think we met in 7th grade, and if I remember, I don't think we liked each other in 7th grade. I don't know why, because it wasn't like me or her to not like someone just because, but we were in the same homeroom, and I'm pretty sure she sat right behind me, so I don't know. 7th grade's a blur anyway. 7th grade was kind of a reality check for me because I went to elementary school for 6 years. Yeah, which normally you go to middle school in 6th grade, but my elementary school went all the way to 6th grade, and Mom said, do you want to stay at Bells Ferry or do you want to go on to middle school? And I was like, well, I want to stay here because, you know, that's where I felt the most comfortable, right? That's all I knew was Bells Ferry Elementary School. Well, anyway, so we met in 7th grade because she went to a different elementary school. And then in 8th grade, we became best friends. We became BFF official because we poked holes in our fingers and held our fingers together. Yeah, we did that. Why do kids do that? I don't know, but that's what we did so that we would be blood sisters forever, and we pretty much have been. Yeah. I stood with her when she wedded her husband. I stood with her when her mama passed away. She stood with me when my mama passed away. She's just, you know, she's my BFF. My BFF, yo. We got in some trouble together. Woo! Anyway, so we go to Longhorns last night. And we're sitting at the table having a nice little chat. I'm gonna have to take my glasses off for this. And I start doing this. And she's like, what? What is it? And she's going, tell me what it is. And I was like, no, wait a minute. She's like, I want to turn around. I said, don't turn around. No, don't. So we're having this back and forth conversation of talking through our teeth, you know? Don't turn around yet. Hold on just a second. Because I'm like busy watching. Because I'm always watching. That's how I know. Like, not that's how I know, but that's how I always have stories, because I'm always watching people, right? So, Kim and I are having this conversation. The server walks up to the table right behind where Kim was sitting, which is why she couldn't turn around, because, I mean, she was right there. And she picks up the Cokes, and she sets them on the table for the patrons. And I say, after she walks off, she smelled of the Cokes. And Kim was like, what? I said, she smelled of the Cokes. She said, oh no, I'm gonna keep going. Is it terrible that I'm gonna keep going? I said, she picked them up and she smelled of the Cokes. And she said, why didn't they just taste them? I said, no, not them. Her. She said, the server? I said, yeah, the server. I said, I don't have a cup. She picked it up and say this was the cup, right? I don't want to do that while somebody's walking towards me. She went, so she didn't like put her nose all the way like down in it, but she was like, and then she turned around and sat him down. And I can only assume what she was doing was trying to remember, like, is this Cherry Coke? Is this Diet Coke? Is this Dr. Pepper? I don't know, because they're all dark sodas. So she smelled of them to see which one before she sat them down, so that she would set them down in front of the right person. She smelled of the Cokes. She smelled of the Cokes. So, you know, I was like, well, I don't want want to tell on her and get her in trouble. Because, I mean, she is working. Even though she's smelling of the cokes, she is working. But I can promise you, they're doing worse things in the kitchen than smelling of a coke. Yes. So I don't think smelling of the coke was the worst thing that could have happened. And y'all are probably wondering why I'm driving around and not wanting to go home. Well, you see, some people's gonna think I'm a horrible person. But let's just say there are people in my yard and it's too hot to talk. It's Joan and the girls. And I stood outside and talked to them last night. And it's not that I don't want to talk to any of them. By the way, garbage still hasn't been picked up. And the garbage back there, it looks like a bear has gone through all those bags and ripped them apart. Now, we did have a bear in this area a few weeks ago, so it is highly possible. But it's probably the coyotes, right? Anyway, they still haven't picked up trash, so they're still standing in my yard. It's too hot to stand outside and talk. It's nothing personal. I just want to go in the house. They're standing in my yard under trees because Joan doesn't have any trees. Didn't I meet y'all here last night? Hi, Phoenix. What?
We've been waiting.
You've been waiting for me. Why have you been waiting for me? It's too hot out here. Hi, Rosemary.
We're getting caught?
Huh?
We're getting caught?
No?
I'm getting hot.
A hawk?
I'm getting caught.
Oh, caught?
Oh, hot.
Oh, hot. Hot. I am very hot. Yes. Are you very hot? Yeah, it's pretty hot. Y'all need to be in a swimming pool.
I want to be
Rude. Maybe I can sneak in the house now since I talked to them. I love them dearly. I do. But they'll come running up here. I mean, yeah, they're like, oh, I hope she don't come running up here. I know I'm a horrible person. It's not that. It's just it's hot. And I want to go in the house, you know? Look, I was mid-cleaning and stopped to go get me a gallon jug. Hold on. Okay, I'm a horrible person. But I stood out there and talked anyway. It's not that I don't like them. I love those girls. It's just that it's hot. It's hot. And they don't know when it's time to go. You know what I'm saying? I said, I'm going in. It's too hot. And Joan said, I'm going in too because it's too hot. And they kept staying. And then I said again, okay, I'm going in. I'm really going in this time. I know, I'm a terrible person. I can't help it. I mean, I can help it, but whatever, Tracy. Stop taking up for yourself. All right, so anyway, yeah, she smelled of the cokes, and that was that. Whatever, I'll be back. Okay, hello. Now I'm gonna make my y'all sweet tea. 1 glass, and you'll be back. It says step 1, bring 4 cups of water to an almost boil. I've already put the water in there. What does that mean, almost? When it goes and you turn it off? Or when it goes and then you turn it, I mean, what's an almost boil? I'm a little confused by that already. Step 2, you remove it from heat. That's good to know. Insert 1 perfect batch tea bag covered with lid. Cover with lid and let steep for 9 minutes. The way it's written, it's very hard to read. The font for me is a little difficult. So I'm gonna remove 1 almost perfect tea bag. Now I think the difference between this tea and other tea is most tea is just black tea. And this tea apparently has pico P-E-K-O-E. Decaffeinated orange Pico and Pico cut black tea. So I think that's the difference between y'all, you gotta say it like that, y'all, like the Queen of Georgia, Paula Deen, y'all, sweet tea, sweet tea, sweet tea. I think that's the difference. I don't know. But anyway, I'm going to sit and watch this almost come to a boil. I'm still not really sure what an almost boil is. But I did go to Big Lots and bought me a pitcher because my last pitcher was used outside to water plants, and then it was left outside, and then it got dirty, like beyond cleaning dirty, because it kind of had mud caked in it, to be honest. And I'm not sure where that came from. I mean, I don't know. It's too hot. I don't care, because it's just too hot to do anything else with it. So let me find a lid for this, so when it almost comes to a boil, that's B-O-I-L for y'all who can't understand me. Y'all who can't understand me. I need to find the lid, and that way I can move it off the heat and put the lid on it. Because then I gotta put the tea bag in it first, and then let it steep for 9 minutes. I've never had to follow so many directions to make tea, but I've been told it's worth it, so stand by. The next thing it says to do is fill your pitcher with 4 cups of ice. Does this have a measuring thing on it? I don't think so. Does it? I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm gonna do that now. I'll be back. I guessed. Oh, almost full. It was actually a little more than an almost full. Now I'm gonna drop in, it's a big old tea bag. I'm gonna drop that in and I'm gonna cover it up. And I'm gonna set this for 9 minutes, timer. Oh no, it's locked. Timer, 9, start. Whew, that was stressful. Okay, so fill a gallon pitcher with 4 cups of ice. After 9 minutes, use tongs to remove perfect batch tea bag and pour tea directly over ice. And then you add 8 cups of water and 2 cups of sugar. How is all this gonna hold this? I mean, that's 4 cups of water, and then 4 cups of ice, and then 8 cups of water, and then 2 cups of sugar. That's a lot. That's a lot, isn't it? Okay, well, anyway. Okay, well, I'll be back. Well, I got carried away, and I just did it all. I got carried away. But I took the I took the tea bag out and I threw it away after it steeped, and I added the ice baby, and then I added 8 cups of water and almost 2 cups of sugar is what it says. Pour over ice and enjoy. And here it is. So I have stirred it because that's the biggest thing with sweet tea, you know. You got to melt the sugar. So that's why the water has to be... I've never done it this way. I've always put the sugar in while the water was still hot, baby. I never put ice in, but I guess it was still warm enough that it dissolved the tea. So now I'm going to put this little lid on, and I'm going to pour it over some ice, and I'm going to try it. Y'all can be here with me. Hold on just a second. This already has some ice baby in it. So let's pour some. Let's try it. It's a beautiful color of tea, isn't it? For my English people, they're going to be like, what are you doing? Pouring tea over ice. I know, right? Shut up. This is good. So, I can't really taste the orange pekoe tea, but that's really nice. It's really refreshing. And I didn't put quite as much sugar. It said almost 2 cups. I didn't put, I put a little less than almost. It's still very sweet, but it's still very good. This is a problem, yeah. But I did get the decaf, so there's that. I mean, this isn't a sponsored thing, but they could sponsor me. I'm such an eloquent speaker, but I got the decaf, and I ordered it on Amazon. You can go straight to their website too. I'm assuming it. Oh, here it is, www.y'allsweettea.com. Oh, and just in case you're not from here and you don't know how to spell y'all, it's Y-A-L-L, y'all. Okay, I'll be back. I know y'all probably couldn't hear the girls all that well, but I said they needed to be in a swimming pool, and Naomi was saying that their Uncle Peter took down their hot tub, that they were actually swimming in the hot tub, because it was a decent sized hot tub, but Uncle Peter took it down. Uncle Peter's the one that has all the ducks and had the chicken. But anyway, yeah. So if I had the money, I would go buy them a decent sized little swimming pool so that they could go swimming, because it's too hot. I tell you what, I wouldn't know what to do without a pool if I was that age, because from the time I was a baby, pretty much, I was in water and got an above ground pool and then got an in-ground pool. So I was always just swimming, and then Mom took us to the lake on the weekends. And that's when she thought I was drowning, and she started screaming like a banshee that her baby was drowning, and she was in water up to about her mid-shin. And the lifeguard come running over and bent over and picked me up, and I wasn't drowning, but my mother couldn't swim, so she panicked. But I think I just like to have my head underwater. I did. I like to swim, and I like to put my head underwater and open my eyes. But I don't know if I was actually drowning or not, but that was the story, is I was drowning, and she panicked and didn't know what to do and started screaming, so the lifeguard saved me. But anyway, we have Lake Ackworth Beach. That's what we used to go to. Yeah, I don't like getting in lakes. The bottom of the lake is squishy. I don't like it. And then you have these fish that you feel like they're biting on you when you get in the lake. I mean, you kind of do that in the ocean too, but for some reason the ocean makes it better, you know, because it's coming and going. So that fish ain't going to bite on you for long, because it's just going to go in with the tide and go back out with the tide. But them fish in the lake, they just stay there, and they keep nibbling on you, and I don't like that very much. So, well, this video has just gone over the whole world, hasn't it? But I cleaned my bedroom, deep cleaned the windows, cleaned the blinds, swept under the bed, you know, the whole thing, and dusted and dusted and dusted everything, and made up the bed. I mean, that was no big deal, but you know what I'm saying? It's all clean and beautiful. So when I get my rug tomorrow, maybe I'll show y'all. But I don't want to show you till I get my rug, because it's going to be, you know, it's going to finish it all off. And hopefully it'll still be clean tomorrow. I would think so, right? Anyway, that's it for now. I hope y'all have a great rest of your day. Remember, I love you. Jesus loves you. Hope he's coming back soon, because people be crazy. The world's gone mad and it's hot. Okay? All right. Love you, mean it. Goodbye.